したIt's still a ways It still carries us through It's always Till this moment of time あの時交わした言葉が鳴り響いてささやかな夢 There is no more darkness No more tears in silence No one home Wrap me up and rest on I know we so right 繰り返す song phrase Wrap me up and rest on I know we so right 渡りゆく闇の先へ
Hey, Rainik here. Have you ever been in a situation where you looked at your Pyro loadout and you weren't sure which weapon is better between the Degreaser and the Flamethrower? I mean, most of the times the question boils down to, well, do I want to sacrifice weapon switch speed for less damage? But then you might again ask yourself, is it really that much slower? What's the real difference between these two? How can it really impact my gameplay? These are some of the questions I aim to answer in this video, where I'll go over the key differences between these weapons, and not only that, I would also like to add in how they feel gameplay-wise beyond their statistics.
Hey yo, what you talking about?
I'm talking about the Degreaser and the Flamethrower, Simon. Can you go? I'm kinda busy over here.
Don't be such an asshole. Besides, you owe me.
What? What are you talking about?
I've been drawing on this channel for years. I also want to be included.
Yeah, whatever, you can also just go fuck yourself. I will be joined by my good old friend Simon. Now, before we get into the flamethrowers themselves, I'd like to explain an important part of what I believe the Pyro himself represents as a class. Pyro is a hybrid class due to the fact that he can take on different roles depending on his arsenal. He can either take on an offensive role or a defensive one. With that out of the way, starting off with the Degreaser, this weapon bolsters a quite interesting set of statistics, although I will not mindlessly mull them over, instead opting to show you these in a more practical way. One of the most identifiable traits of the Degreaser are its holster and deploy speed. It's told to us that the Degreaser holsters 30% faster and deploys 60% faster. That sounds great, but how much does that actually change your gameplay? It changes how you interact with the other weapons in your arsenal immensely. You now gain the ability to complete flare shots with your flare gun much faster, as well as synergize with the other weapons like the panic attack to create what is called a combo pyro. The combo pyro is a subclass which specializes in using your flamethrower along with your secondary and melee weapon to kill other mercenaries. And the Degreaser perfectly fits the role because of their added responsiveness when you want to change between weapons because it happens so fast. Here's an example of what the Degreaser allows its user to accomplish. Now, here's the price you gotta pay for all that. Your weapon now deals less afterburn damage and you get 2 less air blasts. Now you might think to yourself, alright, well, afterburn ain't really all that, so I'm fine, I'll just use WM1 And the air blast? Whatever, that's just 2 less. I can manage. Personally, I'd beg to differ. Statistics such as these convey a poor portrayal of how it is in practice. Imagine that you're playing on Upward as a Pyro with your good old Degreaser. You get into a fight with a soldier right by the bridge that's near the spawn. You use your 4 air blasts and now damn, you're out of 100 ammo. You might be thinking, whatever, it's just 100 ammo. Got another 100 with me, right? No. You most likely also sprayed the guy with fire. So you're probably around the 80 or 70 range. Now you might think, alright, there's an ammo pack close by just under the spawn. Alright, matches aren't static. For all you know, there's a demo man there and you're almost out of ammo. And let's be honest, I'm not gonna generalize here, and I'll say that you have about a 50-50 shot of getting that air blast to kill him, as an average player. Hooray if you got him, now you're out of 50 ammo at least, and now pray there's nobody else coming up behind him. Boo if you died and look like tonight's biggest loser. My point is, the ammo consumption is a big price and a big risk. Nobody wants to be caught with their dick out, not being able to fight back. And after a fuck ton of hours in this game, I have to say, similar situations to these have happened to me in the past where I was looking like a lamb ready for the slaughter just because I didn't have enough ammo. Also, let's not forget about the potential loss of kills due to the smaller damage done by afterburn. But of course, the upside of the weapon switch speed is what makes the weapon great compared to the flamethrower speed that is comparable to Valve ever releasing the MVM update, or fixing casual mode.
Objection!
According to the Tough Break update, the Flamethrower has been made a lot faster due to the universal weapon switch speed buffs. And really, the Flamethrower has now very similar stats of the weapon switch speed that the old Degreaser had, so it's not actually that slow. Now yes, of course the Degreaser gained a buff to its speed as well, but let's be honest here, the speed of the Flamethrower has been buffed to such a degree that you can combo with it like with the Degreaser. The only class that is hard to combo with this, in practice, are the other Pyros that might be up against you. Now, let's talk a bit more in depth here. The Flamethrower has the ability to use 10 air blasts before completely running out of ammo, and has the full afterburn damage of 4 per tick. Now, due to its slowness compared to the Degreaser, which as we've said is negligible, I'd still like to classify this as a more defensive weapon, due to the fact of how much ammo it has, and that it has a lot more air blasts. With that in mind, I'd say the weapon is able to comfortably fit into a more Pyro subclass mindset. But then again, we've just gone over the fact that this weapon is able to combo just as well, did we not? This just shows how flexible Pyro is as a class, and how much range of gameplay Pyro has as a class. Even compared to the situation mentioned by Rainik, I'd believe the Flamethrower would fare better there with the higher ammo count, as you'd be left with 120 ammo or 100 by the end of that first fight with that soldier. So for the average player, I'd say the Flamethrower is a much more reliable and useful weapon due to the fact it's able to output more damage with its flames and afterburn. Now, that's all well and good, but how do these extra air blasts actually make the Pyro subclass possible? With the higher ammo count, you are able to reflect more projectiles, extinguish more people on your team without having to worry about your ammo so much, as well as having more ammo to use for those pesky little spies for spy checking. Also, how about the afterburn damage? The stock Flamethrower deals 4 damage per tick, compared to the Degreaser's only 1 per tick. So stock wins in damage output by itself. Ah!
Yo, dipshit! Remember how I mentioned the big risk? Have you ever heard of the concept of high risk, high reward? Now sure, your Flamethrower might be a weapon that can reliably just WM1 through enemies, but let's consider this. TF2 is a game built on the concept of weapons that reward skill in a huge way. The Degreaser gives the means for the player to do just that. You've also said it yourself, the Degreaser is faster than stock. You're given the ability to resolve fights in so much as 1 flare shot with 4 out of the 9 classes. It's true that it requires skill from the player, but the reward is worth it in my opinion. As my wonderful girlfriend would say, the ability to kill that pesky scout that's been annoying you in 1 quick shot is nothing to scoff at. Also, the lesser afterburn damage argument is irrelevant if you consider the overall damage output that's possible while doing combos with or without the flare gun.
Okay, alright. Combos are great and all, but not everyone is a super pro Pyro 69 infinite level player or whatever, and can't just go shooting around combos left and right to kill other enemies. They'll need something more reliable when fight gets tough.
Yeah, or maybe you can get better, loser.
Alright, I have heard enough! My verdict is, both of these flamethrowers are good. They both excel in their own areas, neither can be called worse. It's up to personal choice.
Damn. Alright, well, I guess he's right.
How about we try to cool off, huh?
Well, listen, how about this? Both of the weapons are good, so let's just give them a category when they should be used. The Degreaser is an offensive weapon,
While the flamethrower is a great defensive weapon.
Hey, honey, did you see me beating that guy's ass in court?
Good job, honey.
You didn't beat anyone's ass.
Aw, come on. I had you there for a little bit. It's whatever though. Let's just drink and chill for now.
Alright.
And that will be all from us. See ya, guys. Bye-bye.